Good day everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial we will be doing an anime style sun glare. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So add an icosphere, subdivision 1. Let's make sure it's nice and in view. Feel free to rotate it as you wish. Now this is just to get the look. Just going to put it in there, needs to be a good size. Let's make it shadeless. It's called a sun object. Make sure it's a pure white, shadeless, and no need for shadows. Need to be able to separate it out, and that is good. Okay, under our render layer settings, I've already got a simple setup to show only the sun with the sky. As you can see, material index combined and everything else is turned off. That doesn't need to be turned on. Same under the world settings. And anti-aliasing is set to tint, that's quicker. Shading, everything is off, including textures. And metadata, you can turn this off if you want to. Compositing has to be turned on, and that is good. So let's hit save on that and go into our compositor. One thing I didn't say is make sure that you work on your final resolution, because the glare nodes are not relative to resolution. Big heads up. Okay, so let's get started. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to replace our original image by making this round. So go into your filter, get your ID mask. Converter, sorry, ID mask. Keep thinking filter. 2.4. You can look at that. See, there we go. And now we need to make it round. So go blur, fast Gaussian, relative, and go for 5. 5 is enough to make it round. And you need to sharpen it up. You can leave it on linear if you want to. It needs to be slightly larger, so you just need to make sure that it will fit. Yep, it does. Now say add and go for your original image. Just switch the 2 slots like so, and that becomes your new base image. So this is for later on. I'm just going to move this down. Okay. Save as often as you can. Secondly, we need to create our hexagonal glare. Just need a glare. Threshold to 0, mix to 1. Actually, just need the minimum. And of course a viewer node, so go viewer. And set it to ghost. Now if you want this blurriness to be gone, all you need to do is to set it to high, but I do warn you that the higher the quality, the slower the compositing will go. You can see that it's slightly clearer. I'm going to leave it on medium for the sake of speed. So let's just get to a converter, color ramp. And make it black. This is just so we can form a slight outline. So move that in and move that over. Something like that. You can make it a little stronger if you want to. Just want to move this over slightly. That over slightly. No, not that far. Just to be about there. Okay, that should do. And now we just scale this up using distortion. 1.5 or 2. 2 is better. Okay, that's great. And now we also just want little hexagons underneath. So just duplicate your glare node over there. Same steps, more iterations. And of course, color modulation is higher. Mix the 2. Just for the sake of variety, I'm going to scale this to be 1.25. and say add. There we go. Let's make it stronger of an add. Let's make it 2. And reduce the amount to 3. Make it a little more. No, let's keep it at that. Okay. Voice is slightly better, but still not awesome. Okay, now we need to do our normal pointed glare. So use that, you just get another glare node. Shocking, isn't it? And we need to use our rounded one from before and go output viewer. Just want to delete this one. Sorry. Okay, that's great. What I actually want to do is I want to reduce it in size. So I'm just going to go back there and reduce it in size and use that instead. Okay, that's good. Keep it on streaks, obviously. Threshold 0, mix 1. I want to give it more iterations and make the fade longer so that it stretches, and give it about, let's start with 6 glares at about 15-degree angle. That looks nice, but we want the streaks to be longer, so let's add more fade. That should do, but I think this one is a little big, so let's go slightly smaller. No, not that much. Let's keep it, stick to the good size. Okay, that's good. Let's make it 0.441 and the fade 0.98. And this may look excessive, but it's really not. Just trust me on this one. When you add information over an image, you'll be surprised at how little of this actually remains over. Okay, let's make this one have 12 streaks and 27.9, and just add this over. Let's give it a color value of 0.686 and also a fade of 0.98. Okay, that's nice. And of course we want our spotted glare too, so let's get our ghost. There we go. I'm going to shrink it even further down. So I'm gonna be using this because I want really small spots. So let's just scale it down as far as we possibly can first. Not too far, just want it to be really small. Little dots. Something like that. Okay, let's see what that looks like. I think we can make it even smaller. Okay, it's already set to 5. Let's just mix it over itself. And of course, scale it over itself as well by 2. Like that and like that. Just so we have more. Let's make it 2. I'm feeling adventurous and adding a few extra things here. So instead of adding it over itself, I'm just going to be adding slightly bigger circles. Same process. Okay. Just want to reduce these though, so that they're a little bit less than the smaller circles. Yeah, something like that. That's perfect. Okay. And now we can do our rainbow. rainbow circles. Now the rainbow circles are fairly simple. Basically, they are also blurred versions of the sun. So let's take this, and I just want to show you what I do. Move that out of the way and go fast Gaussian, relative, also at 5. Actually, you can make this like 8. See? Now you sharpen this out as far like that. Just give it a little bit black there, like that. And then you blur this again. Let me just see what happens if I make it 12. 13. Oh no, I can do it one time. I don't have to do it multiple times. Okay, so let's make it 20. 30. Needs to be fairly large. Okay. And then we can blur this slightly. I think 1 will be fine. Yep, 1 is fine. And then add another blur. Glare. Color ramp, sorry. Okay, make this red. Add another one for green. And add another one for blue. Just like that. And make this white one black. Okay, I just want it to be RGB. There we go. So I want it to be too large. I want the green to be visible. And I want the red to be stronger as well. Something like that. Okay. Now I just need to blur this. Fast Gaussian. Let's make it... one will do for now. And let's scale it up as well. Make it also about 2. And that you can just add over itself like that. And reduce it, of course, because it's not supposed to be as strong as the original one. And now for the fun part. Now we get to combine everything. So add a few mix nodes, using black, of course, because we're going to be adding everything over each other. This is just so we can control the brightness of things. And where's that little diamond one? Diamond one. Okay, this is our original image. Let's see what this is. Oh, those are the spheres. Diamond one is lower. There it is. Okay. Let me just double check that. No, this is nothing. No, this is supposed to be our diamonds. Oh, that's why. It's not going to show. There we go. Now you should see it. Okay. Okay, now we're going to start everything on 0 so that we get the full mix. And now we get to add them over each other. Sorry about that. It's because it's using HD. Okay. And finally, we also want to add this over our new final image, which is there. Just want to stick that there. Okay. Now, as you can see, we also need our glare. I forgot to add the glare too. Let's get another mix in here. That's over there. So let's put the rainbow and the normal glare together. like this. And these two together like that. And then add these over each other like that. And then of course do the final. Now you should see everything together. Absolutely gorgeous. Now for adjustment. So our diamonds are way too bright, our hexagons. Wrong thing to adjust, it should be adjusted over here. Let's give it a few seconds. Let's reduce it even more. Let's go 0.5. Needs to be bright, but it shouldn't overpower the render. So let's make it 0.6 and increase this to be 5 so that our colored ones are strong too. Something like that. I think we can go bigger, but I don't think we need to overdo it. Okay, that's nice. I think we can reduce our rainbow a little bit. Our rainbow rings. Okay, that's nice. And of course, our sun glare I'm just going to leave as is. What I do want to increase is the brightness of the spheres. So I'm going to make this 5. Let's go 4. You know what, let's make this... Yeah, let's make it 5. No, let's keep it on 4. And make this 2. And this one 2 as well. So that our little dots show brighter. Okay, now this one is our smaller dots, so let's make this one 8. Just want to see them clearly first. Okay, that's a little too clear, so let's make it 6. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Okay, absolutely wonderful. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Now I added a few things here just to spice it up a little bit. What I want you to see is what happens when you move the sun a little bit over to the middle. Just want to save again. Okay, now if you move the sun over to the middle, a little down, this is what you get. Just wait for it. It's not going to show properly here because our composite node hasn't been connected yet, but that's what you get. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It's almost a piece of art in itself. So let's just get our composite node, which is on this side. Zoom out, move it over there, and finally connect it like that. Just going to show you like that. There you go. And that is basically all you do to get an anime style sun glare. Now this is not the only way to do it. Like I mentioned, you can absolutely go for a more realistic look like this. But I'm just thankful that God showed me how to create these little hexagon shapes in our original setup. I hope you can use this in your projects in very creative ways. Have a great one and God bless.